Yay, another video. What's up, everybody? Sorry I hadn't had a chance to make a video in quite a while now. Especially an update of this semi that I've been working on. It has taken forever for me to do all the body work that I wanted to do on it and everything else. The chassis itself is probably 95% done now. 3 months later, 2 months later, however long it was. The body, however, is still taking a little while. It's taking a little while to get all the contours right. I get everything symmetrical and somewhat symmetrical and right, and I wanted to, I know you can't see it because I'm still having to make crappy videos, but that's got diamond plate on it. It's got diamond plate on the other side where the access doors were and where the grab bar was and all that stuff. All that's gone now. I'm still working on this side. Now, like I said, I know you probably can't see it. All you see is a white cab and a big red blob. The stock sun visor, where it mounts up, I'm molding it into the cab, and it's just taking a while to get everything right. The door line, how the door line makes a complete 360 around the door line's been removed from here back to here. All that's been removed to help blend all that in. You still have to do the other side too. I'm still working on the first side. I did make, let's see here, I know you can't see very well in there at all. Maybe you can, I don't know how I hold the light, but you'll see all this evergreen tubes. These have magnets in them, so that when you put the door on it, well, in theory, when you put the door on it, it stays. It's also got diamond plate on it too. These are just the contact patches for the magnets. Filled all the knobs, the knob holes or whatever, toggle switch holes. All those have been filled too. I hated those. I did not like them at all. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what else. So I finally got all that filled. Finally got the outside lights filled. Still have the 2 horns. Still have the 3 center lights. Got all of this top seam on the sun visor done. It's good to go. It's just the sides now. I still have to trim where the groove runs down each side. It's over a little bit. I still have to trim it down each side and make it line up with the groove. I'm trying to think here. As far as major things I still need to do, like I said, I still have to, it's marked out, I just haven't removed it yet. Still got to remove that rail right there, down to there. It stops there on both sides, and remove that to help make molding all that in easier. I'm trying to think, the grill's done, the exhaust stacks are done. I still have to make the clear side windows. I still have to do that one of these days. I may do that tonight if I feel so daring. I don't know. I'm going to move this crap out of the way. The chassis is, like I said, pretty much done. I made this plate last night. It's out of diamond plate. It's to cover the frame rails. I know you guys can't hardly see that, but somebody send me a better camera and I'll make better videos. Also made a plate that covers the back right here. Let's see here. Finally got these trimmed down and finished and actually flush like they're supposed to be. Got the center tanks sanded down. These have been filled with epoxy. The reason being, the drive shaft's also been filled with epoxy too. The reason being, I cut so much weight off this truck, I wanted to put weight back on it just so it would move with these stock rubber tires. that they are done. They're ready to be painted. Let's see here. These have been sanded. You know, the original mounts, there's still got 2 tons of dust on them. The original sleeper cab had a molded-in battery tray. Now that's gone. This was also originally one piece. This is now 2 separate pieces. Excuse me. Let's see. Also, these 2 screws hold the release bar for the 5th wheel, so that you can actually it still functions. It's just been moved all up underneath it and been covered. Let's see here. Finally cut had an edge on the bottom ones of these steps. Finally cut all that off. Finally got rid of all that. The drive shaft's been sanded, filled, sanded, epoxy filled, ready to go. The rear bumper has finally been mostly finished. It's had 1 inch taken out of each side. Made a border, I don't know, whatever you call it. I'd widened it with evergreen styrene strips, about 1/8 of an inch up here, 1/8 of an inch down here, and it's all tied in back here, so it's all solid now. Trying to think of what else. Other than that, just been trying to do the body work on this thing and trying to get it done. It's already got a new owner. It's already been sold, so to speak. He's just waiting on me to get it finalized. He wants to paint it and put his own paint job on it, and that's perfectly fine with me. I just have to get everything else done, which it's mostly there. Mostly. I know this will be an even crappier shot, but at least you can get a better idea. I mean, everything's tucked down. The exhaust stacks will still come up to about here. Yeah, like I moved the gas tanks were originally further back. I moved them forward to help hide the channel better. The dashboard still needs to go in it. The wipers have been moved. Their new home, they mount up here now and they face down still. I've made 3 videos and I've told you guys that in every video. I just need to put a motor in it. Need to put a speed control in it. It's already got the steering servo in it. Transmission's in it. It's good to go. Still have the axial transmission in it. It's still rocking like docking. It's ready to go. Still have to do a few minor things overall. Like I said, the chassis is probably like 90-95% done. The body, I'm actually working on it this evening. I stopped probably maybe halfway through and decided to make a video showing what all I've been doing. I still have to work on the air cleaners too, where the air cleaners were raised up and the bottom part of it cut off. I actually need to make a cover that goes on the bottom of that I actually cover that up, and the air cleaners will be done as far as that goes. And the main pieces that I'm working on now is just trying to get these side gaps filled. I use regular old super glue, and I know some of you are scratching your heads going, why on earth would you use that? I'm on one RC forum site, RC Trucking Construction, and I've been looking through a lot of people's builds prior to me getting this truck and even after I got this truck. And I had seen where they had used either hobby grade body putty, or they had used Bondo, or they had used whatever to fill panels, fill gaps, fill whatever. And I had seen after pictures of them saying, well, you know, this is that same body putty after a year or after 6 months or after however long, and it was cracking and blowing out and pulling away from the pieces that it was applied to. I wasn't a real big fan of that. I didn't want that to happen to this truck. I mean, this thing is really one of a kind, and I'd like it to be around for a long time. I mean, I really would. The only pieces of this truck that I haven't touched as far as modifying them are the actual rims, the 5th wheel plate itself, and the rear suspension setup are the only things that I really have not done some sort of modification to. The front suspension was lowered half an inch. The actual leaf mounts and perches and whatnot were lowered half an inch. The I-beam axle was flipped above the springs, which lowered it about another quarter of an inch. The I-beam axle has also been drilled like the old hot rod style axles. Replaced the Eclipse setup on, I guess, what would be the kingpins or whatnot. Replace those with an actual nut and bolt to eliminate any sort of E-clip on this truck whatsoever. Has the single steering servo mounted in the center. Normally you'd have a steering servo on one side and a shifting servo on the other. 3-speed transmission was done away with from the beginning and sold, so you only need one servo now. But you only have a single speed, but for what this truck will be doing, it doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't. The seat bases had to be cut down substantially. The dashboard is about the only other piece that I didn't have to modify. It bolts in, goes in like it's supposed to. So, just wanted to give you guys an update. You guys can, I'll see if I can leave a link in the description box, I will. But you guys can find me on Facebook, the guys who hadn't found me yet. Andrew Altered RC. That's me. That's who I am. Giving you a second to let that wear off. No, really, I'm just some asshole who thinks I can build RC cars. That's really all I am. I would like to thank all 135 of my subscribers. I do this for basically getting what I build out there. I don't make money off these videos. I don't make money off any of this stuff except for the trucks I sell. I don't do it to get likes. I don't do it to get popular. I don't do it for this, that, or the other. I do it to show what I can do, try to help other people, try to show people what can be done with what's out there. If there's car, truck you always wanted and they don't make it, make it. I mean, it really is that simple. So, of course, I was an avid model builder for about 25 years before I started doing RC stuff, so kind of helped. But anyway, hopefully I can make a couple more videos here next week or so, maybe, I hope. I lost my job a week before Thanksgiving, so I am currently unemployed and am seeking work and am trying not to sell off all the RC cars I've owned. I sold a couple of them. My Trailfinder 2 has been sold. My little beat-up Blazer has been sold. I took the Proline top kick. I'll see if I can't do a slideshow on that video, on that truck, because I don't have it anymore. I made a GMC top kick out of the Proline body for the Savage using an axial chassis, made it a dually, cut down the rear axle, did all that stuff, never made a video of it. That was a shame. It's already been bought and sold. And this one will be. I also have a 2.2 Honcho for sale too, if anybody is in the Memphis or Tennessee area that would like one. Please message me or find me on Facebook and inquire about it, or you can actually find the ad on Craigslist under the Memphis Craigslist listings. So I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's, all that crap, blah, blah, blah. I have a birthday coming up next Tuesday, and I'll be the ripe old age of 37. God help us all. So, just wanted to show you that, and wanted to give you some sort of update. Wanted to at least let you know that I'm still alive and I'm still working on it, and hopefully I'll be able to do one more video of it, at least when it's getting a lot closer to completion. It's closer now. It's closer to it now than it has been. but like one like maybe final video, because I'm not real sure if I'll be able to do like a finished video, because once it goes to its new owner, I won't have any control over it anymore. I'm sure I'll probably see pictures of it, but I may never ever get to do another video of it. So, or you can, if you guys are on RC Trucking Construction, my profile name is Altered RC on there. You can find me on there too. I'll try to leave a link for that if I can. I'm going to try to figure out all that stuff as I'm uploading this video, so that may take a while. But just wanted to give you a heads up and let you know, and to say thank you guys. Thanks for watching.